right, guys, so it's now time for me to show you how to make a graph using Desmos as a way of a tool for doing it. Again, I'm going to show you using your phone and using a computer. So you're going to go onto a new browser and you're going to do desmos.com/calculator. And then you need to go into Nearpod and go to the next 2 slides. This will be the first slide you see after this video, where it has 4 tables of information. I couldn't get it to fit all on one big long one. And then there's still another page where you have the rest of the cases. So 30 days worth of how many people have the coronavirus diagnosed each day from March 24th to April 22nd. You can take a picture of this, or maybe you want to just write it down, but you're going to need this when you go into Desmos. So here is Desmos, and again, I have it all clean slate, but if you don't happen to have a clean slate, which you should, you can always hit this tool right here and say new blank graph, but you should have one. And we want to do a setting where we just see this quadrant. So we're going to hit the wrench and we're going to say the x-axis is going to start at like -5, just so it can have a little breathing room. But we have 30 days worth of information. So we're going to say 30 and we're going to label it days. And then for the y-axis, I'm going to do -5 too. But there's a lot of different numbers, and it goes into like the 200. So I'm gonna say 300 to be safe, and this is cases. Now, to actually put in the data, the table, you just hit this button right here, and you choose the plus sign and choose table. And I'm just gonna do a few days. I'm not gonna do them all. So I'm going to do the first like 6 in the table, and then you just type it just as you see it in the table. The X is the day, the Y is the cases. So I am just going. Now you may even be noticing beautiful green dots are appearing every time I finish putting one of the days in here. Super easy. And then once I've made the dots, I want to try and make a function that will go through that. And remember, you've learned now that exponential functions have a particular look. It actually has a number sometimes, and then that number is times a base number. Remember, you've seen it called b, raised to an x power. So you've seen that just a few steps ago as a review, and you looked at it yesterday as a part of like starting to understand exponential functions. Well, now I want you to try and like make one. So just play with it. I'm just going to say 5 times, I don't know, 2, then the a to the b button to the x power. And then I'm going to see like how well is it going? Ooh, that's a little off. Like you want it to kind of come inside of the dot. So this is a little too wide. I'm just trying to change that. See that? Ooh, no, that didn't do it. Maybe 2. Oh no. Well, what if I change that to 5? Oh, I lost the X part. Let me pull this back up. You just again hit the keyboard. 5, and then to the X power. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, so play with it. I'm going to purposely not keep going just to not take this video too long, but play with it and see how it changes. Now, I need to show you another way of doing it based upon your actual phone. So let me share my phone instead. And now you see my phone, and yes, y'all remember I have way too many things. But you do have an app called Desmos. I'm just gonna search for it, and you can download it here. Just like before, here is the nice wrench. You can change your axes there. And here is for you to be able to make a new graph. But if you hit this up button, now you have your options of the plus like I did on the side. So I'm going to say plus table, and that's how I do the table. Notice I did that last time I was here. Also plus function lets you type in that function, and notice my keyboard at the bottom change so that I can type those pieces. So very similar to the actual website version, Desmos on your phone can help you with that as well. All righty. Happy playing with the Oklahoma data.